up, Tony?
Just trying to do this damn portrait. I don't do color realism. I have one brown.
Tony, this isn't your first color portrait.
100%.
Bullshitter.
100%.
You look like you're on the right track.
Oh, I appreciate that. This is his grandpa, you know, so I at least want to try to do it justice.
That brings us to this week's elimination tattoo. Japanese.
Japanese, god damn it.
Every meaning on every piece is gonna be brought up. It has to be perfect or we're screwed.
Rooted in mythology and natural symbols, Japanese tattoos convey a balance of power and beauty through natural imagery.
In Japanese style, there's an even distributional weight throughout the piece. If it's off, it can really make somebody's body look awkward.
While you're looking at this, why don't you tell me real quick what you had in mind? And I'm gonna let you know what we can do. Since we're gonna be doing, obviously, a dragon, we're working against a lot of detail with a limited amount of time, so I have absolutely no experience with Japanese tattoos at all. If you want me to cover a lot of area, the black and gray would be a good route to go.
I was hoping in color.
What I can get done in 6 hours in black and gray is about the same as 3.5 hours in color. So you're basically cutting that in half. It can't get any worse for me than this.
I'm looking for reddish and yellows and golds, greenish.
This is an ass beating. That could very well be my ticket home. What do you think, you like it? No?
Wow, that's a lot. Clint, you're doing yours black and gray in color.
Doing black and gray.
I just hope you can do it in 6 hours.
Looks like Clint's bit off the most.
I feel like giving Clint the dragon was really well played. He's definitely struggling.
My balls are on the bandsaw right now. This type of tattoo requires a lot of time. It's so tight with detail.
You need to adjust.
I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. It's just like, me at least get the dragon done.
Do these needles go deeper than the other ones or no?
No. I just happen to land a client who's not allowing me to do the best of my ability.
If I don't like it, I'm walking out.
This guy could very well send me the home. Start praying to Jesus.
I've never actually done a real Japanese piece. This particular challenge, I've decided to put my personality aside to create this piece so I can show the judges that I respect what they do. If I start putting googly eyes on this horse and buck teeth on the samurai chick, I know for a fact that Chris would flip his.
Even though Jesse's a new school kid, he's hung around this long because his technique and his application are top notch.
Hang in there.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. No more ink. Machines down.
Clint's piece might save my ass. It looks like he shot his dragon in the head and beat it to death for 6 hours.
There are a lot of issues with it. It's very, very dark. The fire looks like a red blob. I'm one pissed off guy.
This is by far the worst canvas I've had.
That
Completely on my tattoo. I'm pissed.
This week, we asked you to create a Japanese tattoo. We were testing balance. Jesse. Are you comfortable in the Japanese style?
Not at all. This is my first one.
This is definitely the most non-Jesse tattoo you've done. There's definitely a lot of elements that you hit really nicely. Jewel kind of look in the top of the armor, the little details inside the drapery and the clothes, the fabric, really sets it apart and gives it that life.
This is a really strict image, and you held to it really well. Your balance was there. This was very refreshing for me to see today. It's the closest tattoo to traditional Japanese that I've seen all night. Pulled it off and accomplished the look that we're looking for. Well done.
Thank you.
Clint.
Oh, Jamie did me wonders.
How so?
I have issues with my Oriental dragons. I was cornered from the moment we started.
You're acting like you're the victim. Clearly, the client's the victim. It's just a bunch of dragon anatomy thrown in a ball. And there's no separation between the head and the body. The scales are a major failure. You did them too tight. If you had done everything on a bigger scale, it would have been way more readable.
The original drawing's huge. It's like this big. I can't tattoo as big as these guys.
This isn't a dick challenge that size matters. This is a tattoo.
Dude, seriously, you're killing me here.
It's doing a clean job, and that's it.
I mean, this thing is a f***ing mess. It's like you shot it in the head right off the bat and then spend the next 6 hours just beating it. Nobody in this room learned their lesson from traditional day.
One of you impressed us with your balance, and the rest of you didn't even come close. The judges have decided The best tattoo of the day goes to Jesse.
Thank you.
I was impressed how you did your research and your homework, and it showed. Your design was very readable, it was clean, truest to the traditional Japanese tattoo. Well done.
Thank you.
Clint, Tattoo Baby, and Steve, none of you impressed us today. Clint.
I came in today and I just dropped the ball. I up a lot.
All you had to do today was just do a decent dragon that we could tell what was going on. You botched a lot of elements.
I'm really good at what I do, but that's just a tiny little section.
The tattoo you did today is not a good representation.
This is a big kick in the ass. I'm trying to stay real humble right now. I take everybody's advice to heart. I'm willing to learn.
You made it this far in the game, and I really would expect more.
The judges have decided Clint, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
We're a little bummed that we're sending home a really technical tattooer, but somebody's got to go home. It's just come down to it.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Get the out of here. I busted my ass on that tattoo. I do badass tattoos. I don't need a title to make myself feel better.
I'm too good to be eliminated right now.
John and Servant face off, tattooing head-to-head against each other. And the artist that loses that battle will be eliminated. And as before, Team Peck, you guys get to call the shots.
We just want to make it a really level playing field, so we felt like most righteous thing to do is just to do the same realistic black and gray animals.
All right, the face-offs have been set. One artist from each team will be packing their machines.
How are you doing, man?
Putting all the competition and everything out on mine, I'm just gonna do a nice tattoo. I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to produce a tattoo that's nicer than Servant's. I can see how it might be hard for some people to go against another teammate. I don't feel that way. I'm sending him home.
All right, let's do this, brother. Let's do it. Let's get this one.
Face-off situations create one of two things: complete success or total failure.
Can I see that stencil?
And just work through it, add all the texture I need.
Battle Royale begins.
Both teams are doing animals for black and gray realism. Texture is abundant. Wet pupils, feathers, fur, teeth. Today would be a great day for somebody to really show off.
Good job with the liner, man. Boy, this gonna be a tough one.
I think Servant's got me, man. That rhino is tough, bro.
Both of them tough, bro.
Yeah, but he's got all the texture. I've never done a portrait of an animal. I do American traditional tattooing. There's no texture in that. I'm gonna go back in and add darker, like feather shadows in there. I think that'll create more of a highlight too.
Today you faced off against your teammate. As you know, this is a double elimination. Let's start with Team Nunez. John and Servant, you tattooed black and gray realistic animals head to head. One of you will be packing your machines. John, you're up first.
The pattern that you got on the back of the bird was a nice touch to try to show some of the variance in the feathers and the patterns that they have. I do see some nice texture under the neck. I think you went a little dark on the beak. If you keep the beak lighter, it shows more depth in the black.
John, I really like this tattoo. I think it's strong, it's bold, it stands out from across the room. There's some areas where you could have upped the contrast to give it a little more dynamics, but for someone who does more traditional tattoos, you've got a lot of fine line details, you've got smooth gray shading. I think you really outshined the expectations.
All right, guys, time to determine who's going home on Team Nunez.
John, you don't do this and you came out swinging. And Servant, this is definitely the best tattoo you've produced. They're both strong.
You get really close up on Servant's, you outshine him technically with the details and the smoothness of the shading. John's, it's very recognizable, and I think if you gave the layman out there in the world to pick which tattoo they'd want to have, chances are a lot of people would pick John's.
Just in terms of shape and the way it is on the body, I kind of lean that way myself. My final decision, I like John's tattoo better.
On technical ability in this texture challenge, my choice is to send John home.
Basing it on texture, I do believe that Servant won. John, my vote's for you to go home.
The judges have decided, John, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
This is not a bad outing. It's just a pity that this is where you make the first outing. It's a tough one.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Thank you.
Take a minute and discuss what style and subject you want to assign Jimmy.
I know one thing, they're definitely not gonna give me American traditional.
We gotta back him into a corner if we can.
I'm ready for whatever you send my way.
Yeah, you, Bob.
All right, Angel, what will Jimmy tattoo?
A color realism jellyfish.
Color realism takes so long to do, and a color realism jellyfish, I'm not sure it can be done in 6 hours. Challenge accepted. Throughout this whole competition, I've wanted to step out of my comfort zone. Today, I'm not scared of this.
You haven't done color realism before?
No, not once, not ever. It will get a little bit easier soon. Everyone's been underestimating me through this whole competition, and this is my chance to shut everybody the up. I'm gonna take a style I've never done before and go into this thing with confidence. I gotta kill it.
Today, your opponents called the shots, and 2 of you will be packing your machines. Let's see how you did. Jimmy.
At the top of the jellyfish, you capture the look of what's going on. But then you come down, it's hard to follow your ribbons and your twists and your turns.
I wanted to have enough color play in there to show, movement.
You could have put a little bit more darker shades on some of the tentacles so you could follow where it's going. But a lot of things you hit here are really strong. And I also think you hit a color tattoo like we haven't seen you do so far in this competition.
Thank you.
You will all be judged on precision. And I'll bet you can see where this is going.
Just say it.
There's no better test of precision than a portrait.
Yep. I don't specialize in portraits, but I've done quite a few since season 7. The pressure's on you, because if you send us home, I'm gonna be pissed.
First day on the job, baby. First day on the job.
A facial feature even a millimeter off could change the appearance of your portrait entirely. For this elimination tattoo, you and your teammate must tattoo matching portraits on different canvases.
Of course.
That's crazy. 2 days before we came here, Durham let me in on a little secret, which was that he has never done a portrait before. This might be the day we go home.
Every portrait's difficult in its own way. Everybody's skin's different. Being that you have to do the same portrait on 2 different people, that's super hard. The key with this, I think, is communication. Get a game plan in your mind. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna do it? You guys got your work cut out for you. How are we gonna judge this?
We may have some clear bottoms, which might save us a lot of hard work. Her portrait,
It's phenomenal.
it's the one.
But if he doesn't step it up to her level, yeah, they can lose.
What's up, Doom? God, you guys are flying. Holy crap. It is overly apparent that Doom has never done a portrait in his life. You know you're gonna do it in this competition. Instead, you come in here and scratch something out on that dude's arm. That's ridiculous.
Today, you had to tattoo the ultimate test of precision, matching portraits, unkindness art.
The divide is monstrous between these 2 tattoos. Well, Aaron, technically, very smooth, very professionally done. Kitten, no sugarcoating this tattoo, man. It's beat. The hair is just messy. There's scratchy lines that you can still see through where the black is. And the areas where you're supposed to have soft details, nose, eyes, lips, chin, neck, it's just rough.
This is my first portrait. That's part of being an ink master. You gotta be able to do everything.
Float as a ship or sink as a ship. Today, you're sinking.
Today, you must tattoo color portraits.
Oh, there it is.
That's right. We are testing precision with Nico's style, color realism.
Here we go.
Every little facial detail must be precisely and perfectly rendered with solid saturation and smooth color blends, or your canvas will be left with an unrecognizable mess.
You're sweating. I'm so. I don't do color portraits. I don't do realism. I don't do color realism. I don't have a background in it. I don't take these kind of tattoos on at home. Like, it's just not my style.
I don't want any of these canvases. None of these look like a good time tattooing to me.
They're all hard. Kids and old people are hardest.
Dude, I'm not doing that tattoo. Like, I will gladly go home.
Tony's never done a portrait, not even black and gray.
Dude, these are these people's family members.
Didn't you do one on your season?
No, I did. It was animal. I'm not gonna disrespect someone's family member my first time doing a color portrait for some money. That's not how I roll.
Tony, if the most confident one is that military one, we're gonna get in straight to
break it down traditionally.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest one to map.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you.
How long you been tattooing for?
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But I don't do realism or portraits. But I also know how to follow a stencil, and I know how to work skin, you know?
Yeah,
so
shading's all the same, you know?
Yeah, it's
lighting
just
doesn't change much.
And I got DJ and Ant who do amazing portraits, and they're my friends outside this competition, so we're all gonna work together, and they're gonna help me map that thing out properly.
I dig it.
This is my first color portrait. Like, I don't even care to learn how to swim in the color portrait pool. I'm good with sunbathing over here with traditional tattoos. That's where I reign supreme. That's where I shine, and I'm just very uncomfortable.
I'm the man I am today because of that guy.
Right on, man. Well, you know, no pressure.
I have 20 minutes to learn a color portrait. If I want to win $250,000, these are the tattoos that I have to do.
What would you do for eyebrows?
Feather this in first, because if you're doing this and you wipe it, you still have to put your light in.
I'm gonna block in parts that I can't afford to lose.
Yep.
I think the trick to getting Tony to be able to do a color realism portrait is to think about it more in his style. If we can break it down like that in his brain, I think he can figure it out.
You can't like guess features. So like sometimes you really need to like get that information out so your tattoo is appreciative of the reference.
I know this is a competition. I am a human being and I have a heart and I want to help Tony produce the best possible tattoo today.
Oh my God.
Girl, break it down.
Oh my God.
Darks, mids, highlights.
These are portraits of family members. Precision is everything.
What's up, Tony? Just trying to do this damn portrait. I don't do color realism. I have one brown.
Tony, this isn't your first color portrait.
100%.
Bullshitter.
100%.
You look like you're on the right track.
Well, I appreciate that. This is his grandpa, you know, so I at least want to try to do it justice.
Today, you had to tattoo color portraits. Let's see how you did. Tony. I could tell you were visibly a little shook.
Portraits are important, man, and the last thing I'm trying to do is like disrespect this dude's family member.
I think you knock yourself for not being able to do this, but I really think that your technical side allows you to do it. I love the suit, I love the tie, I love the shirt. The neck, I think is great.
What I see is an unfinished color portrait. One more hour, block in those shadows on the face. You do underneath the brows darker. You kind of add that color from the neck and the face, but I give you credit, man. It's just unfinished to me. I'll tell you one thing that's a strength in Tony's actually, is that you spend another hour on it, I think you can redeem it. And I think it could look super realistic.
But it's not precise. The lip and the eye are going the wrong direction.
I would never have attempted this back home, ever. I'm happy that I did it, but I'm unhappy that I didn't meet the challenge.
All right, judges, we have to determine who's going home.
I'm gonna make my decision purely based on realism. My vote is for Tony to go home. It's just a little stiff. There's a lot of hard edges on there.
From the chin down, it's unbelievable. But when it comes down to realism, my vote is for Tony to go home.
Respect.
My vote is for Tony.
Damn.
The judges have decided, Tony, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
Tony, it may not have been a $250,000 tattoo, but it definitely was a $250,000 swing. So much respect, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a tough one, but man, I learned so much.
Please pack your machines and close shop.